and orientation. In other words, non-heterosexual people are trying to sexualize children and recruit them into a non-heterosexual community. This is so entirely bogus because you can't turn someone gay any more than you can turn somebody into an inanimate object or an animal. You can't change somebody. You can educate somebody and you can change people for the better, but you can't choose the person's DNA, their orientation, their looks, their morals. You either believe something or you don't. You can't make somebody gay. It's not like COVID. You can't infect somebody. It's utter ridiculousness, asinine, to believe somebody can change someone's orientation. Now, I'm not saying that people who teach people aren't predators. I'm saying that's not why people are preying on your kids. Educating your kids about vital anatomy, sexual orientation, depression is vital. If you don't have these communications with your kids, 93% of suicides under the age of 20 can completely be erased if you have the conversation. 1 out of 10 kids smoke under 21. If you have the talk with your kids and have an open way of communication, no kids would be smoking. These accusations have a long history in the U.S. For decades, anti-heterosexual figures have falsely accused. Let me say that again. For decades, anti-hetero figures have falsely accused non-heterosexual people of harming children and being sympathetic to predators in order to demonize the minority or certain communities and resist the advances of these people's rights. Research has repeatedly shown that non-heterosexual people do not harm children at any higher rate than heterosexual people. So these basic accusations are setting us versus them mentality. It wasn't until the spring of 2022 that grooming rhetoric really became a major anti-LGBTQ plus narrative gaining nationwide attention. Thanks in large part to publicity surrounding a controversial anti-LGBTQ plus law passed in Florida. On March 28, 2022, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, signed into law the Parental Rights in Education Act, often referred to as the Don't Say Gay bill. The law prohibits classroom instruction on gender identity or sexual orientation in grades K through 3 in Florida public schools. It also prohibits instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity issues that are not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students of any age. So basically, they're erasing anything non-heterosexual. This is discriminatory. On average, most people realize they're not heterosexual before 18. The majority of people who are in the non-heterosexual communities knew there was something different about them before they received their high school diploma. Many knew it as young as the age of 4. Imagine growing up in an environment where it is illegal to talk or ask questions, especially questions that have to do with being different. And being different is not bad. We're all different. But there's a big difference between being different and having a completely different way of life. People who grow up in a straight society but aren't straight probably never feel like they fit in or have a place. It's kind of like growing up left-handed in a right-handed society. You're constantly feeling like there's something wrong with you. And if people don't instruct, don't teach, and try to make laws that discriminate against people, how many people have died since 2022 because they didn't get the information they needed to feel like they're a whole, thriving person? A lot of people got upset in 2022 when DeSantis passed this. So DeSantis tweeted on March 4th that the bill that liberals inaccurately called the Don't Say Gay would be more accurately described as an anti-grooming bill. In a follow-up tweet, many people claimed that anyone who opposed the bill was probably a groomer. The problem with this is the real groomers want to control the access of information for kids. The groomers don't want to teach people about bodily autonomy, sexual orientation, feeling pride for who you are, or educating people. Predators don't want to educate kids because once kids know that this is predatory or that this isn't right, they can't pray anymore. Predators want to keep kids ignorant.